Hi, I'm Brett Parker, multimedia specialist for Packaging Strategies magazine. And today we're focusing on VarioFlow, a chain conveyor system which is bringing innovative and intelligent solutions to packaging conveyor systems. Here to discuss this is Krupa Ravichandraan, Sales Product Manager of Bosch Rexroth. Krupa, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having me, Brett. Really excited to be here.
So could you tell us the initial inspiration behind the original creation of the VarioFlow conveyor system?
Yes, absolutely. Um, so, as you're aware, Bosch Rexroth is a global company. We have manufacturing R&D locations and sales and marketing locations across the world. So we naturally get customer pain points, feedback, market. We analyze the market trends globally and locally in the US as well. And what we found out was a lot of customers who run products like flexible bags and pouches with thin seals or a bundle of, say, tissue paper, products with unstable surfaces, large, bulky products that need a flat mesh surface. They were going to other providers in the market, but they were using other Bosch Rexroth product lines for other solutions. And they were like, can you come up with some solution which has Bosch Rexroth quality and meets our standards? And we looked into it. And we found out that it was a strategic alignment with our larger goals and vision. And it complemented well with our Bosch Rexroth VarioFlow Plus conveyor line, which has been serving the markets for a few decades now, and it adds well to other Bosch Rexroth product lines. So we came out with this VarioFlow belt conveyor line, which is a fine mesh modular plastic chain conveyor, and it meets many of these needs of the customers and also solves customer pain points that we came across. So short answer is market needs, customer pain points. We listen to our customers, and if there is a need and if there is a match with our strategic alignment, we will develop a product line, and that's what happened in this case as well. So we came out with a product which solves most of the problems that our customers have.
Now, on the VarioFlow website, it mentions that the horizontal curves of the system contributes to a cost-effective bottom line. Can you explain why that is?
That is a really good question. Thanks for asking that. Typically, if you look at conveyors, you would have a right-hand curve which takes products in the right direction, right-hand direction, and then or the left-hand curve which takes products in the left-hand direction. If you want to put the right-hand curve as soon as the left-hand curve or vice versa, you would need a drive unit and a return unit in between to make that happen because the construction of the conveyor is such that. But with our S curve design with the VarioFlow belt conveyor, which is possible because of our construction and the parts that we have used, you could put a right hand curve as soon as the left hand curve or vice versa, and you could change the direction without having to put a drive and an idle unit. What that means to our customers is that you save a lot of floor space because you don't need to have those drive units, return units, and additional conveyors to change the direction. Number two is the number of motors that you would be saving on the floor. So it's material cost savings. It also affects your inventory. Now, when you have less number of motors on the floor, you need to stock less number of motors and drives, and it kind of has a snowball effect. And finally, if you look at a brownfield facility where there are columns, existing machines, and obstacles, and if the customer is planning to put a new equipment conveyor line in there, it is really nice to have an S curve because you don't have to take up the floor space. Now you're creating that floor space for, say, operator ergonomic work environment or for additional equipment. So at the end of the day, this increases the operating profit margin for the customer over a longer period of time and thus affects the bottom line. So really, thanks for asking that question. Appreciate it.
Absolutely. Can you explain how more app-based solutions are integrated into the system and how exactly that optimizes a better workflow?
Sure. I think with this question, you're referring to our Control X automation platform, the open source Control X automation platform. Yes. So when we attach our Control X automation platform to our VarioFlow conveyor system, be it the Plus product line or the VarioFlow belt fine mesh modular plastic chain conveyor that we recently launched, or other VarioFlow products, it provides the ability to our customers, both the system integrators and the end users, to develop and utilize tools such as data analytics, Industry 4.0 solutions. What I mean by that is, take the example of a conveyor. A customer is running a batch of products. He or she would want to understand the performance of the conveyor. Number two, are there any bottlenecks? If they have downtime, what are the causes for those bottlenecks? Is there a need to train the operators? Is it because of the operator lack of training that these issues are happening? Do they need to upgrade the equipment? Do they need to replace the equipment? All these factors can be addressed by collecting data. And this data, we have the in the open source ControlX automation platform, we have tools for these customers to develop models which solves most of these problems. The results that come out of this platform will help them make better decisions, be it increasing the throughput, reducing the downtime, or upskilling the operators to make it more productive for their operations.
Now, which specific industry do you feel the VarioFlow system would benefit the most?
I would say all, as the sales product manager for the VarioFlow product line. But of course, I understand your question. It's more about the benefits mapping really to the product lines. So food, beverage is a really good market where there's a good fit. Pharmaceutical industry. We also can be a good fit for the pet food industry. Personal care and household care products like paper tissue, shampoo bottles, etc. And it may also be a good fit for other fast-moving consumer goods such as electronic products. The VarioFlow belt, the belt conveyor really is a good advantage if you have products that have unstable surfaces that need a flat surface, or if it's a flexible bag, for example, that can get damaged and you don't want, for example, if you go to a grocery store, you and I, we would not pick a bag that is damaged. So the flat conveyor chain provides that cushion, the safety environment for the products to be transported without damage in a safe and delicate manner. So that's where the VarioFlow belt would be a great fit.
Do you feel there's still inefficiencies in conveyor systems in general that VarioFlow would like to target in the near future?
Yes, that's a really good question. I'm a person who believes that there's always room for improvement in any sphere of life that we touch. And yes, in the conveyor world, I've been in the industry for more than 11 years now, and there's still a lot of things that we can improve. As a company, we always listen to our customers. If there is a need and if you find that there are gaps, we will definitely look at a product development. As far as current problems and trends that I'm seeing in the industry is that customers are having bottleneck in the flow of the conveyors, because either because the conveyor was not designed properly in the first place, or two, it's the conveyor itself. The layout has not been optimized, so it's causing a lot of micro stops. These micro stops lead to, at the end of the day, less throughput, and the operators are spending a lot of time trying to fix these micro stops instead of focusing on other jobs on the floor. So those are the things that our VarioFlow belt can solve, because our design allows the chain and the slide rail where it's supported to smoothly run on each other without many friction issues. And we have less number of motors per mile of conveyor. That means you have less number of motors, less number of, less cost, less inventory, and more energy savings. So VarioFlow belt addresses that issue. The second issue that I see in the industry is that the labor training. So many a times what happens is that someone sells a conveyor. People always say this, oh, it's just a conveyor. yes, it is a conveyor, but it's like your body. It's the blood circulation system which connects the different parts of the body. If it's not functioning well, then the other machines that are waiting to receive parts or sending parts to these conveyors can also have issues. So the our VarioFlow belt conveyor, when we come out with a product, we always provide necessary information to our customers. On the side of the conveyor, we have label which they can capture to understand what the part number is. It provides all the details, and we have a great application engineering and field service support system to solve those problems. And finally, I also want to talk about the floor space. Just because of the S curve, brownfield facilities, they have these floor space issues. Floor space is a premium. By using less floor space, you create more room for other equipment and other production increment projects. With the S-curve design and our modular construction, our customers can actually save a lot of floor space. So yes, so those are the things that come to my mind immediately.
Well, that's
Thank
all
you.
the time that we have for today. Krupa Ravichandran of Bosch Rexroth, thank you so much for your time. We really appreciate it.
No, thank you so much for the opportunity to be here today and to have a good conversation with you. Appreciate you having me here.
We appreciate you.